Hello and welcome to Season 2. You join me in Austria. Let's see what we've got in store for 2026. It's going to be fun. So we checked into the Sims Hotel in Vienna, and this is the room on the 8th floor. It's not a very spacious room, but it's got everything you need. Bed, telly, and of course we'll check out the bathroom while we're here. So we seem to have a very echoey bathroom with a walk-in shower, loo, toilet, sink, and a radiator. So it's all good here at Sims Hotel, 4-star in Vienna. So they talk about how expensive beer is in Austria. And I've just bought a round of, well, this is Schladminger, which is Austrian beer, and Ben, you've got something Czech as well, for €15.30. That's, you know, £4.80 a pint. So I say post to that in the, what we call...
I don't actually know what this place is called.
Something
Rock
Friday night rock cafe or something in Vienna. Anyway, cheers. Guten Morgen from the suburb of Simmering. It is very cold this morning and there is still bits of snow on the ground. We're going to get the tram into Vienna, the city centre, or the Zentrum, this morning. Got the app Vienna Mobile and paid €14, I think, for a 2-day ticket on the tram. Pretty good value, which we're going to be using to get between Simmering and the city centre in Vienna. Let's see what we can find out today. Now in the city centre of Vienna and a still breezy morning, look at this building here. This is much more similar to what you expect of Vienna, all of those classical palaces. As we just sort of walk around the centre here, you can see those truly classical and romantic styles where back in the days of the Habsburg dynasty, all of these buildings would have just been palaces here on the streets of Vienna. Naturally gone are the days of Strauss and Mozart here in Vienna, and you can see it is just a bustling metropolis of shops and hotels and cafes with all the familiar brands and signs. This is the column of Pest, which is a beautiful gold-plated statue at the top of it, and it's a deeply religious symbol with some Latin inscriptions about God on it, reflecting that Austria is indeed a deeply Catholic country. And you can see also some of the Christmas decorations left over from last week, and also plenty of adverts for the spring and also the New Year's events. Something else I've noticed is there's loads of these street stalls at the moment dotted around, and they've all got one thing in common. There's so many pigs in them. Who knows why? This is the Spanish riding school part of the famous Hofburg Palace. And there are some incredibly famous stables here, housing obviously great horses, race horses and show horses. And over the years, many people of note, including emperors, kings, queens, princes, princesses, dukes, and so on, have attended shows and even competed here themselves. Not really sure why it is referred to as the Spanish riding school, as certainly the building doesn't indicate Spain whatsoever, but there you have it. So next to the Spanish riding school, you've got these walls of the imperial gardens, circa 16th, 17th, 18th century, showing that this has not always been there. You find similar squares inside palaces in all of the imperial Germanic countries. You'd find something quite similar in Prague, perhaps, and this is a statue. It has the word Amorum on it. It's certainly not a statue to the current Manchester United manager, but in fact of Kaiser Franz I. And just looking around, you can see just more evidence of this classical romantic architecture, and this one naturally is, of course, a museum. Another beautiful Viennese vista, and across this small park you've got the Austrian Parliament and the Vienna City Hall, both in this swan show here. The Parliament on the left and the City Hall on the right. It truly is an absolutely glorious day here in Vienna, even though it is absolutely freezing cold. You know, the blue sky really just adds to what you can see here. Must try some bratwurst, sauerkraut and potatoes. Very traditional Germanic food here. Look at that, hearty, meat-based. Lovely. Good sausage. So here's Vienna's opera house with a dedication to Kaiser Franz Joseph on it, as many of the buildings in Vienna do. He had a massive influence, probably not on that bus, mind you, but a massive influence on a lot of the culture here in Austria and in the rest of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Standing outside the beautiful St. Stephen's Church, it is absolutely massive, super imposing, and look at this beautiful mosaic roof. It's a Catholic church here right in the centre of Vienna, just once again showcasing that rich Catholic history of this country. Let's check it out inside. So many of these horses and cars doing little tours around the city of Vienna, and so many people are actually taking a keen interest in this. It's very traditional, of course, and probably a really, really nice way to see the city. Obviously, you do have to get used to the smell, and it would be very, very chilly on a day like today, but I can imagine it being quite nice on a spring day, taking a horse and carriage around this historic city. This is the Wiener Stadtgarten, or the City Garden. A lovely little green space here in the centre of Vienna, surrounded by hotels and what have you. You've got this fantastic gold statue as well of a guy playing the violins. Just zoom in on that. And that is, of course, the great Johann Strauss, composer of some beautiful, famous music, such as Die Fledermaus, the famous opera, the Blue Danube Waltz, the Radetzky March. Great pieces of music that hopefully we'll be hearing tomorrow, as we are booked in, of course, to see a wonderful concert by the Vienna Supreme Concert Orchestra. But either way, a lovely little scene here in Stadtgarten, featuring this nice little pavilion and a lovely green space, as well as our statue of Johann Strauss here in Vienna. So this is the grounds of the Belvedere Palace. You can see behind me the upper Belvedere Palace on the top of that hill there, the white building. And also behind us is the lower Belvedere Palace, built by Prince Eugene of Savoy in the 18th century, who there was also a statue to, I believe, in our Budapest video from season 1. And this is once again in the traditional Viennese classical romantic style. As you can see, some nice little statues at the top and some decorative pieces above the windows and what have you. It really is an absolutely beautiful palace here, and look at it just being illuminated in this wonderful golden colour by the December sun. This was the lower cascade at the Belvedere Palace, and it was before the palace was connected to a water main in the 19th century. There were a number of different fountains here in this park. All the pipes were made from hollow tree trunks, which were joined together by iron in a very traditional fashion. Another interesting thing to note about the water in Vienna, it is regarded as some of the cleanest tap water in the world. It is, of course, runoff from the Alps, and I have to say, having sampled it on arrival to the hotel, it really was absolutely delicious tap water. As we get closer to the upper Belvedere Palace and we turn a full 180 degree, we can start to see the skyline of Vienna. We can see St. Stephen's Church really jutting up in the middle, and some of those hills surrounding Vienna. It's actually not a massive city when you think about it, but it is absolutely beautiful. The Belvedere Palace is now home to a number of different artworks, including a very famous piece called The Kiss, However, it was an incredibly long queue, and in -1 I really didn't fancy queuing for it, so let's go and take a look at some of the beautiful gardens instead. Not very Germanic, but it absolutely looks the business, and we've got a glass of red to accompany this one too. Lovely stuff. And to complete the Italian experience, it is tiramisu for dessert, so let's have a go on some of this. Naturally excellent. They're setting up for Silvesterpfad here next to St Stephen's Cathedral here in Vienna. I mean, look at the beautiful Christmas lights still on the buildings, and this stage has been erected for the celebrations tomorrow night. We'll see what we can catch of those, of course. So an interesting bar for decoration in Vienna. George, your assessment on this one?
Every time I take a drink, I see a load of braziers.
Look at this charming little street. It's almost reminiscent of a little French town with the guy going along on the scooter. It's also got this quite attractive looking church with these little Germanic spires that one would expect. Of course, a Christmas tree still outside, as we are once again still in December. But quite a nice little road here, very peaceful, very quiet, you know, shops and restaurants, very quaint. Sigmund Freud, one of the most famous people associated with Austria. He was a neurologist who theorised the id, ego and superego. I'm not a psychologist, so I can't tell you too much about that. But we're here at the Sigmund Freud Museum in Vienna. Let's check it out. Sigmund Freud was born in the Czech Republic and died in the UK. Had to flee Central Europe during the time of the First and Second World War due to him being of the Jewish faith. To avoid being captured by the Nazi war machine, he needed to seek refuge somewhere else. Freud trained as a doctor and wrote a number of essays on experimentation, including self-experimentation with cocaine, which he thought he could use as a cure for morphine addiction. It was one of his colleagues as well, Carl Koller, who discovered the suitability of cocaine for anaesthetic. Wasn't the chair he sat on, but still, I'm depositing my sticker. Interesting trip to the museum there, and you may have heard George referencing the chair that Freud sat on, which is indeed in the museum. But the thing that got me the most was Freud obviously grew up in Austria, but with his Jewish heritage had to escape as a result of the Nazi war machine. And in the end, he moved to England at a great cost of nearly today's money, €250,000, where he remained until his death in 1939. All of the stuff absolutely fascinating. I know I joke so much with my sister, who is a psychologist, about psychology not being a real science, as I'm of course a chemist, but it is absolutely fascinating. I will not lie, and Eleanor, you can have that one. It is interesting. There you go. You will have noticed as well, there's been a slight change of weather. It is now starting to snow in Vienna, and it's coming right in my face. In fact, George has just choked on some snow. All around me on this windy Wednesday, just palaces everywhere. And look at this one. This is a Ministry of Energy and Tourism building. It's just full of statues and full of intricate designs over the window. It's truly beautiful, this area of Vienna. When in Vienna, it would only be right to come and see a classical concert. So we're here at the Essenbach Palace, which was made palace in 1782 by Emperor Franz Joseph. Much of it remains original today. We're here to see the Vienna Supreme Concert Orchestra, which is a 7 or 8 piece orchestra, hopefully playing some of that beautiful music of Strauss, Mozart, Schubert and Franz Lehar perhaps. We'll definitely get some footage of inside the room and perhaps of the concert as well. See you on the other side. not expecting to hear Agadoo played on the romantic streets of Vienna, but here we are at the Silvesterpfad celebrations. It's a little before 10 o'clock, so plenty of time left to go, and it is absolutely heaving. So we see on Stephanplatz, next to the gorgeous St. Stephen's Cathedral, is another orchestra. There's a lot of chit-chat, so who knows if you can hear the beautiful music going on up there, with a solo being sung by a soprano. And as you can see as well, just wandering through Stephanplatz here in Vienna at this time of year on New Year's, this is where the real Silvesterpfad celebrations take place, in the real main square, and it is just absolutely rammed under the shadow of this beautiful cathedral. Oh, another aria sung this time by a baritone. It really is glorious. I mean, just look at the scenery here. Around us, we've got these beautiful Christmas decorations still here, and these beautiful Viennese pieces of music going on, and chit-chat from some middle-aged ladies who are walking by. Just come into a bar, and we were greeted by the bartender saying, "How high are you?" The answer is, well, not at all. Anyway, to life. Well, never mind. It's nice either way. Definitely not cold. So here we are, near Stephanplatz. We couldn't get there, it's been cordoned off to do the New Year celebrations here in Vienna. We've got about 30 seconds to go. There's Ben. Hello. So excited for this moment.
Very excited.
Very, very excited. And here are some friends from Armenia. And then George. Yeah. We've got Francima. We've got Thomas, and we've got George. Smack me. Anyway, here we go. 15 seconds to go. It's gonna happen. We're not gonna die. Freuen! Here it is! Yes! Yes!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my friends! So it's happened, the New Year has hit Vienna 1 hour ahead of home. Happy New Year, my friends! Freue! Neue Jahre. I probably messed that up, but Happy New Year. God bless you. Right, that's it. We've seen the New Year. Back to alcohol. See you there. So we're walking along in Vienna now, just post New Year. Francima, you're from Azerbaijan, right?
Yeah.
How are you finding Vienna?
Conflicted.
Conflicted. How so?
It's amazing.
It's rude city.
Rude
but
city.
It's very magnificent.
Magnificent. Rude city. You
But
should try
rude.
London.
Yeah, I will.
Oh crikey, there are people all over the place here. So, would you recommend it to the viewers?
Yes.
I would answer the question in 2 days.
Okay.
But I think from what I am anticipating, yeah, for sure.
Amazing.
I would recommend Budapest more.
Yes, I mean, we saw Budapest back in season 1, and we absolutely loved Budapest. What did you like about Budapest?
I liked the ruin bars.
Yes.
It's called Simpla.
Right.
It was super nice, and the people are super nice and
Yes.
friendly and nice.
But you've had a good time in Vienna.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I love the parliament.
Oh, it's
I don't know,
beautiful.
the city is friendly as opposed to rude
Right.
Vienna.
That's
Budapest
true.
is very friendly.
I mean, it is a beautiful city with beautiful buildings in, an absolutely stunning romantic architecture. Thank you so much, Francima,
Give us a like and a
for
follow.
doing this.
You are welcome.
Can you tell the viewers to subscribe?
Subscribe and like.
Oh, like as well, that would be good. So here we are at Stephanplatz. Just after the New Year, they're playing the beautiful Radetzky March. Though I doubt you'll be able to hear it amongst all of the chit-chat here. To hear this, my friends, here at Stephanplatz in Vienna at New Year's is truly a dream come true. Hopefully you can hear it. Hey! Bravo! So we've just completed New Year at St. Stephen's Platz.
We have.
Ben, your thoughts on this beautiful country?
This beautiful city has outlived all of our expectations. It is amazing.
Yeah,
What do you
truly,
think, Rob?
truly beautiful. Great music, beautiful scenery. It honestly is absolutely
Definitely
fantastic.
come here again.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So see amid the winters air, the Audi advert looms large, and we get all of this free information here at Stephanplatz in the shadow of this beautiful cathedral. It's midnight on New Year's Day and it's absolutely wonderful. Get yourself to Vienna for New Year's, my friends, you will not regret it. Francima, you have stolen my hat.
It's mine. I bought it just like recently.
Yeah, definitely.
From a
Okay.
souvenir market.
Of course.
He is lying. I don't know why.
I am not lying. Anyway, what do you think of Stephanplatz on New Year's?
We didn't see the fireworks, so it's kind of sucky.
We didn't, that's
So
true.
we didn't see any fireworks.
Well, we got
A
good
bit
music.
disappointed, but I cannot be negative in 2026.
Exactly. Happy thoughts, happy
So
New
I'm
Year.
happy either way.
Of course. Happy thoughts, happy New Year, right?
Yes.
I've just been presented with a mystery shot and told it's called Vienna drink, so it's alive.
Right. Is it nice?
That's all right. What do you think?
I would think it's disgusting, but because it's like gin. It's just gin.
It's just gin.
Vienna gin.
Vienna. Oh, crikey. That was strong. George, your summary of Vienna.
It is elegant.
It is elegant, yes. Anything else?
There's a lot of classical music.
There is indeed. What did you think of the concert, by the way?
The concert was quite good, to be fair.
It really was.
That was quite, well, elegant and classical, but cultured as well, I'd say.
Absolutely. You know, you heard those great music of Mozart, of Schubert,
Johann Strauss.
Strauss, maybe even a bit of Lehar was in the concert as well with the Merry Widow and the Gold
I
and
can
Silver.
appreciate some culture.
Absolutely.
Even if I'm not very cultured.
You've got to appreciate culture. So yes, Vienna, very, very classical. And we've had fun tonight, would you agree?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. Hooray. So we're back in the UK, and here is my honest assessment on Vienna. A superficial city, I cannot lie to you. It seemed like it was all putting on a bit of a show. There was not a lot of real people there, a lot of real life there. It was all quite, we're just sort of doing this as a thing. Don't get me wrong, absolutely beautiful. That concert was absolutely astounding, and the New Year celebrations at Stephanplatz were also just brilliant. And I would recommend going to see that, honestly, 100%. But if you've enjoyed this video, it's been a fun start to 2026 and a fun start to season 2. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And as always, see you soon.